Welcome to my series, where I try to tell Skyrim like it was written in a book, or told in the TV series, with not just one main character who is all of a sudden the Dragonborn, but many different characters, most of which, well, all of which, but one, are not the Dragonborn. This story will be played by many different characters of all different sorts of backstories, and all different combat roles and personalities. I hope you come to enjoy watching this sort of stuff as much as I enjoy making it and playing it. If you guys enjoy, please leave a like, and subscribe if you want. And of course, if you're feeling a bit chatty, drop me a comment and it'll be fun to have a conversation. Anyway, I'm going to let you get to this. Have fun.
It's been many months since the Battle of Whiterun. The war hasn't slowed down. Neither side gets the upper hand for long. Every time we take some land off the rebels, they take land off of us. We seem to be running in a circle with each other. No matter. As long as we run faster, we'll come out on top. The 99th cohort will go where it's needed, and I'll lead it into battle when I can. For months now, the rebels have been scouting out the Reach, getting men ready for an assault. But we'll be there to stop them, just like we did with Whiterun. No matter where they send us, the 99th cohort will be ready to face down the Stormcloak traitors. If only the general sent us into Eastmarch, this war would be over already. But all we are at the moment is a response legion, sent to defend holds from attacks. We haven't lost a hold yet, but it seems every time we hold the line, another hold is taken by the Stormcloaks. We need to be out there putting more pressure on the Stormcloaks. I hate the Reach. It's filled full of crazed fur-wearing savages trying to take it for themselves. If we're not defending it from the Stormcloaks, we're defending it from the forsworn savages. We can't let the silver mines fall into the hands of any of them. We'll cut our way through any forsworn savages, then get to Markarth to defend her from a Stormcloak attack.
Stay alert. Never know when those Stormcloak dogs might charge. I've got my hands full with something. Don't go.
As was expected, the Stormcloaks would mount an assault during the night to take Markarth. They weren't expecting the 99th to be there. We held them back through the night, forcing them to retreat or die trying. If you stand against the Legion, then you'll end up lying dead under the Legion's boots. If I wasn't marching or fighting, I was sleeping, and I was having the same dream every time I slept. Some old Imperial tomb. Something kept calling out to me in my dreams. When I woke, I had this strange feeling to follow my dream. Like I knew where I was going, but I had no idea where I was heading. I just walked where it felt right. It sounds crazy, but it feels like whoever is buried there is calling out to me. I have no idea why I'm following this, but I feel like I need to. The dream was fuzzy, but that helmet, it looked like a very old Imperial Vanguard helmet. Why would a Vanguard be buried here in Skyrim? Back then the Empire didn't control Skyrim. The closer I got, the more it felt like this was the tomb of Senturos Tharn, or as he was known then, the Vestige. I read he was killed in the Imperial city, but the closer I got, the more it felt like this was his tomb. The Vestige was an Imperial Vanguard who fought against Molag Bal in the Second Era. This place was his tomb. I just knew it. It flew the old Second Era Imperial flag. This was the flag of the Empire before Tiber Septim became Emperor. Even the Vanguard is older than Talos. This was the tomb of Senturos Tharn. His blade and shield rested here. Senturos Tharn was trained in the Akaviri Dragon Knight art. These were his weapons. The weapons he used to fight off the Reachman Empire. The weapons he used to fight Molag Bal himself. I felt like he had called me here to take his weapons and use them to serve the Empire once more. I was greatly honored. I would not leave him defenseless, though, for a Vanguard should always be buried with the Vanguard's blade. Now, if I wasn't leading the 99th, its commanding legate would be. The 99th were under the command of Legate Rika. We went where she told us to. We were stationed in Whiterun to keep a heavy presence in the hold. And when something went wrong, the 99th were called. Sometimes Legate Rika was the one leading us into battle. There's a reason she's second in command, because she is one of the fiercest Nord warriors to ever live, that only the best of the 5th Legion would fight under her. She's the reason the 99th exist. She's the reason Marillia and myself lead the very best the Empire has to offer into battle. But war never changes. What's left after the battles is the stink and flies. And people you once considered friends, laying dead on the battlefield. For many of the faces I drink with or even lay with, how many will die in this war? Ah, who's to tell how many of us won't see the end of this war? But we'll keep fighting until the traitors are defeated and Skyrim is back under the control of the Empire. For it's our duty to fight for the Empire and restore Imperial law back to these harsh lands. While we fought, the Stormcloaks tried to attack us from behind with a giant. One held the line and gave it all to protect her fellow legionaries. These are the soldiers of the 99th cohort, loyal and brave, willing to give it all for the Empire. If we weren't taking back holds from the Stormcloaks, the
Bear-Claw raiders were attacking and taking new holds. We were tasked with attacking Imperial reinforcements or taking control of the smaller holds. Me and my sister were always eager for battle, to earn glory on the battlefield, to help free our lands of the Empire. Even though we failed at Whiterun, we wouldn't fail again. We'd keep the Legion guessing. If they attacked Dawnstar, we'd attack Falkreath. We'd make sure they couldn't keep up. If we came across any Legion battalions, we would leave the snows painted red. None would escape us. If we weren't all fighting the Empire, Vitellia would take a team and go out dressed as Imperial soldiers and attack small patrols or killing couriers. But their real target were Thalmor operating through Imperial lines. This was their real targets. The Thalmor wouldn't get away with their actions, thinking they can come into Skyrim and kill our people. Ha! To oblivion with the lot of them!
rumor has it that the Thalmor are sending some elite inquisitor to Skyrim, after the sacking of their fort from the Stormcloaks. And now rumor has it that Imperial soldiers are killing Thalmor on the roads. Things are about to get bad for both sides if the Thalmor get involved.
G'day. Now, I know these summer things aren't that great special, but it's kind of a little time update. This will be the last one, hopefully, before I move on to new characters, because we get introduced to a brand new character, Valeria. Now, sounds like Valerian Seal, I know, I used the name generator. First one was named Valandil, but that's actually a Lord of the Rings male character, so I thought, we'll go an elven name, and I found one that I liked. This is a sort of add-on character to the consequence of the Civil War. Now, as you saw, the whole part of this, the reason I really wanted to introduce her was for basically Vitellia doing what she does, dressing up as an Imperial and killing Thalmor. The Thalmor don't range in the thousands, just like the Imperial soldiers and the Stormcloak soldiers do. They probably range in a couple hundred, maybe even 100 in Skyrim, and they're losing them at quite a frequent rate to what's been seen from explorers or travellers, Imperial soldiers killing it. So they need to send one of their best to investigate what's happening and why it's happening, blah blah blah. So they've sent Valeria, a Thalmor soldier through and through, believes in the cause, the greatness of the High Elven people, they are the higher race, your typical sort of race. She's not, like, all characters are subject to change, so she will do some rather despicable shit. And the way I wanted to introduce her was getting Vitellia. I didn't just want her to rock up out of nowhere like she did in the last game. She rocked up because the Thalmor got slaughtered at the keep, which is good enough for her to rock up, but I wanted something a little bit extra, And I was actually about to give up filming Vitellia because I'd travelled around like Skyrim so goddamn long looking for a Thalmor squad for like quite a few hours, and just before I was about to give up, I was about to drop all my gear inside of a chest, all the crap that I didn't need, and in the distance I saw a Thalmor squad coming, and I was like, yes! So I finally got that done, and this is how we meet Valeria. Sounds like a disease, Valerian? I don't know. This is this is how we meet her. She's called in by Alnwen because apparently Imperial soldiers are killing Thalmor personnel on the road, which isn't a very good thing and could, you know, needs to be checked for the state of another war or this or that. And secretly, what it really is, it's an Imperial traitor that joined the Stormcloaks with a couple of Imperials that were born and raised in Skyrim, and a Nord and an Orc and Redguard and whatever, pretty much pretending to be Imperials and killing Thalmor on the roads because they can get close to them. But this just isn't what she'll do. She'll clean up pretty much Thalmor worship. So places where... Now, I'm going to have to go deal with a few Tullius worshippers in the game. Not just that, but normally what I'm kind of excited for her is sort of end or middle game when the Dragonborn finally returns. I mean, just on her own, killing a few Thalmor, a few Tullius worshippers is a bit boring. So I wanted her to kind of juice her up a bit, and not with steroids. So basically, when the Thalmor and both sides sit down for the peace treaty, basically Alunwen's going to have her own sort of goodwill, even though she's tried to kill the Dragonborn a few times. As a good participation that the Stormcloaks and the Imperials are working together, the Thalmor want to look like they're good too. So they'll basically lend a squad of their best to aid the Dragonborn in killing dragons. And that squad will be led by Valeria right here. So that she will become a companion of the Dragonborn, and her views might change on the Nords, might change on the Nordic people, and she might go from this sort of bad kind of racist high elf to maybe changing her views on life a bit. She might see difference in her ways. She might change for the better. You know, at the end of the day, I've always imagined her being ordered to kill the Dragonborn. You know, even getting orders to basically, once the dragons are done, kill the Dragonborn. Then your mission is complete, and return back to me as Alunwen. But who knows how she will change amongst, you know, fighting alongside the Dragonborn and fighting alongside Imperials and eventually Stormcloaks when that time comes. But yeah, anyway, I might just be talking to myself all these outros. Who makes it this far? I hope you've enjoyed. It's not the funnest thing. It's more of like a... It's pretty much a filler, these summer things. Just to update time and show you how time's gone the last 3 months between the Civil War factions and the consequence of the Civil War and all this crap. It's pretty much filler content, but I hope someone's enjoyed it or enjoyed this sort of little story gaps that I'm trying to put in here. Anyway, sun's going down. I'm getting out of here. Catches.